Hi, beautiful Pisces. This is your May reading with me, Marianne, and you are watching Marianne's Mystic Mentions. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I am absolutely loving May. It's been an interesting first week. I am behind. I can only express to you that I have been extremely busy, and I feel that you probably can relate to that. I hope that's the case because it was definitely not the case first January, February, even March. Quite the opposite. And I thought, my goodness, I'd known there was changes. I knew there's definitely, planetary changes, for heaven's sakes. But I also know that you are in the North Node position through, 2027? I want to say 28. I could be wrong. I apologize because I'm confusing the planets. There's so many changes. Bottom line is it's definitely a power time for you, Pisces. And I love that it's the North Node, and I love all of your qualities and traits that we all in this planet, in this world, in this, astrological realm, whether we have any Pisces placements or not, are going to feel your love and your creativity and your spirituality and your knowledge and your intuition and your psychic abilities and all those wonderful things, your empathy, your compassion, your forgiveness. You're such a beautiful light. And so to have that in the North Node, where the direction we all want to go, this planet, everybody, right? It's such a welcome energy for myself, and I know for many, many people, and it'll be good for you too. So yes, May is moving forward. We did have one planet that's retrograde, and that is Pluto. It actually happened on May 4th, and it is in the sign of Aquarius, which happened as of last November. It had gone back and forth, and it had been in Capricorn for many, many years, and now it's in Aquarius for 20 years plus. And that's good for all of us. It's innovative. It's sparking our creativity, of course. It's our strength, our fears, facing them, and so forth. Retrograde is introspection, right? You're great at that. You represent the card in Tarot, a couple actually, I think, but specifically the Hanged Man. So you're just all about, like, as a mutable sign, how can I look at this differently, and being calm about it and allowing spirit that's always there, our co-creator, just infusing more trust and spiritual abundance within us. So what I do, though, is I have a little conversation with all of the signs I'm about to read for. If you're new, welcome to my channel. And I actually felt pink. I mean, I'm wearing it, obviously, but it doesn't matter. I only go with what my guides and my intuition fully believe and sense for your reading. And it's definitely pink. It's definitely heart. It's soft. It's flowy. It's loving. I mean, Venus is, the heart-centered ruling planet that's actually no longer retrograde and had been for quite some time with both shadow periods. The shadow side of Venus will end completely on May 16th. But boy, it feels good. And I felt it as I am my ruling planet is Venus. And by the way, we're in Taurus season still through the 20th. And then it goes into Gemini season. And Taurus is also ruled by Venus. So yeah, there's this opening of the heart chakra. And speaking of chakras, I'm very, very big in my world, in my personal life, and in my channel about sharing the importance of energy. I mean, we all know that in some respect, but it's everywhere, it's everything, it's color, it's the vibrational aspect of, life. And I know as a water sign like yourself, Pisces, you innately feel a person's energy pretty accurately, and for better or worse. But I like to pick the chakra, or spirit likes me to pick a chakra for the month of May, and what one you can kind of focus on specifically. The last reading for Aquarius was the sacral chakra, all about creativity and sensuality and pleasure, and it resides in the area around our reproductive organ, and creating a child or an actual idea, or that sort of thing. And It's a beautiful, all of our chakras are important. So what I like to do is have Spirit just kind of emphasize one in particular for the month of May and each month, because I read for every month, every sign, and see what it is for you. Because whereas I don't actually have a pink card or chakra card that comes with this set, I do have the heart chakra, which is also green, but represents love and everything regarding the pink color as well. So for you though, oh my goodness. Yep, there it is. Thank you, Spirit, once again. I've been quite in line with the energies and the messages from Spirit, and that always excites me when I'm reading, because that's why I read, to share this with you and to let you know that we're all in this together. We're all a part of this. We all have the ability to pick up on that and to ask for messages and such. So yeah, it is hard, isn't it? And of course, it comes naturally for you. All I would ask is that you make sure you're not overextending that to where it feels there's an imbalance for any reason. Not that you would even consider that. You just keep on giving, like what is that? The energy bunny, that just keeps on going. Listen, I will read to you specifically what the message is in the mantra for the heart. If for any reason your heart should feel a little bit blocked or restricted, that word I'm always having a problem remembering for some reason this month. And it says, divine love fills my heart. I hear the song of the universe. Of course you do, Pisces. The one song that is mine to sing in this life. I am whole. I am healed. I receive and radiate loving kindness. You most certainly do. I love this. I felt it. And I hope that that's exactly what you will receive and continue to feel through May and onward. And that's my deepest wish for you. In addition to this, it can be like a mantra that you can say. I'm going to have this up here if you want to do a snapshot of it. It's just a beautiful way to open up that chakra area. I say a little mantra in prayer with each of my chakras. It's a very quick process in the morning, along with other rituals I do, but it definitely helps me to utilize all of these energy centers to the best of my ability, and they help us so much in our lives. So then I equate, along with this, the crystal, and for the heart, it is going to be the green avertine, which I love that. I love all of my crystals. I've said this many times. If you're new, crystals have amazing powers. They have the ability to add strength and protection and focus and sensuality and all sorts of things. The list goes on and on. But here's the beautiful green avertine. And so I'm going to place that in the necklace. I will then infuse the reading with even more heart than I started out with. And that's always a great thing. You can never have too much heart, I don't think. And then I'm going to go on to read a 6-card spread for this month of May. It's a little bit shorter, but time has not been on my side. And yet I find that the shorter ones have been very, very good in a lot of ways. I do longer readings on Monday. I call it a collective reading. I get more involved in the astrology for those that like that. And I do speak quite a bit. And so it's, one's preference. I welcome you to everything and anything I ever do. And so I will wear this, as I said, and I will be doing what is the 6-card spread. And I'll set this aside. I'll then finish with the 3 oracle messages that I think are also pertinent and important for you, Pisces, for May. And to let you know that the 2 lunations that are important to mention always, because the moons affect all of us so very, very much. And that'll be the full moon that's happening on the 12th. That'll be in your fellow water sign, Scorpio. It's intense. It's emotional. And it can be incredibly sensual and passionate and everything else. It's not a negative. It's not a positive. It's depending on what's happening. And it will shine a light in the weaker aspects of your life so that it'll help you move through it and work through it and end that particular cycle, issue, and so forth for the new moon, which then comes on the 26th, which will be in Gemini. We will then be in Gemini season as well, and we will end the Taurus season. So yeah, just a continuum, right? Just throughout our lives, and different feelings, different emotions, different energies, but nothing we can't work with. And when we're thinking positively, we will be affected by it positively. I always recommend that, and I always do that, because I don't like to be frightened or fearful in any way when I listen to readings. And I think this is never an absolute. It's entertaining, and it's also, I find, inspiring, and I find it to be supportive in some ways, but it's always free will. Okay, so I definitely have shuffled these. I'm doing a couple more. I'm asked to do that right now, and I'm going to start with the past with a clarification card, the present, and the future. Now, when I say past and present, it could be just as, as recent as yesterday. I don't have a specific definitive, forgive me, that's not easy to say right now. Yeah, it's not linear, so it can be, very recent or not. It doesn't really matter, but bottom line is it represents what was happening prior to this present position. So for you, beautiful, beautiful Pisceans, for the recent past, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting, this came up with Aquarius. It was in a different position completely. But this is really, really focusing on the Pentacles. The Pentacles are the earth energy. They are the coins and the tangible things, which is, as a Pisces, as a water sign, you're very compatible with earth, by the way. And it makes sense, you plant seeds in the earth, it needs to be watered. So it's a very synergetic and very commonly compatible to, what do they call that? What is that called? What are we talking about? Water, fire, earth, and air. It's silly. It's a word that I'm not thinking of, but you know what I'm saying. It's making you really stop to think, or you had in the recent past, am I content with the energy I'm putting towards the thing that creates stability and money and, sustenance and my health and all those things that matter on this earthly plane? These are questions you've had. I don't think a lot of Pisceans, myself included, I have a Pisces rising, we just know that money will come, and we don't really focus as much, I don't think, as other signs. But there are certainly times when we're aware, but what I believe is you are 7 out of 10, so you're doing well. I just want to know and feel, and as I'm reading this to you, that you are comfortable and content. Because there's never going to be a better form of manifestation in regards to creating wealth and abundance and those types of things, unless we're feeling comfortable in our choices and just being very grounded as much as possible, going into nature, putting our feet in the ground when things are feeling like, I don't know, there's so much going on. There's been so many energies just coming and going, and I've just been, a lot of it does absolutely pertain to me and yourself, I'm sure, but it's very much outside. So making sure you do ground and just giving yourself time to reflect and not feel rushed about it, but being very, very honest. Pluto retrograding on the 4th, like I said, is about our powers, or maybe I didn't. I apologize. I'm confusing. I've done so many readings. I'm just saying it is a time of introspection, recognizing our power and not allowing people to take our power away, feeling our strengths, knowing what our convictions, feeling good. And Pluto can be very, very powerful. Even just for yourself. It doesn't matter if anybody else knows, or, you're not necessarily interested in whether they think you're strong enough and all that. No, this is an inside job for sure. The clarification on the 7 is the Emperor. So for heaven's sakes, ironically, or not, I never really feel it's ironic when working in doing readings of spirit, but it is about, Emperor is the power sign. That's the fire sign. That is the first sign of the zodiac. That is the sign that after 14 years of Neptune, your ruling planet, more modernly, historically it's Jupiter, that has changed from being in your sign into Aries. It's going to stay there and then go back into your sign, but it'll go into Aries in February of 2026 for 14 years. This is confidence. This is power. This is taking that Neptunian energy of, oh, it's beautiful and it could be magical. And I don't know, I could dream this, I could create that, I could imagine this, and making it really happen. I mean, the fierce, fiery, passionate part of Aries is definitely different than when it's been in your sign, Pisces, but it's absolutely in your second house, which is phenomenal. That's your money. That is your dreams and your wishes to create and allow more expansive energy, okay? So I love that. I think it's perfect for that. It's perfect for the planetary, topical aspects happening right now. In the present position, we have Six of Swords, or Six of Wands. Oh my gosh, forgive me. Entirely different, but also magical, because it is once again the fire. You are absolutely celebrating, and it's a victorious time. It is a balance. It's hard work and a lot of changes, a lot of interpersonal time out and focusing and being very spiritually inclined and allowing yourself to grow and build the energies you need to, and to accept things that are hard to accept. And people are seeing you now and they're loving you, and you're in the limelight. Maybe you don't want to be, but it's that time in the North Node. That's going to continue. Just know that, but enjoy it, okay? It never lasts forever. Nothing does. There's that power you're going to be feeling, so maybe you actually will welcome this. And I know everyone's a little different depending on your placements, of course, of your natal chart. This is a beautiful, beautiful time. And why not? We all have our time to shine, as they say. Clarification on that is the Tower. Okay, so most of the time you see a tower and you're like, no, not the Tower. Well, I don't. And I don't because I really started to realize years ago, Tower sometimes is what we create. Towers change. It has to happen. It needs to happen. I've also had a lot of towers this year that were not in my docket of things that I would have necessarily seen or done. That's what the eclipses have done, right? But only for our betterment. Only for you to grow and continue to excel and to be seen in the right light and to feel the way you want to feel inside and out. And this is, I think it's epiphanies. I think it's excitement. I think it's things you would never have seen coming. I can give you an example. One of my towers is that I'm now going to be a grandmother. You have no idea. I had resigned. That was not happening. It had even been talked about in that way. But now I am. My entire world has changed forever. And it's the most beautiful, beautiful thing. I can't even articulate it, really. It's just emotion. It's overwhelming. It's beautiful. It's exciting. And, it's that type of thing for you, Pisces. So the world is our oyster for sure. Future message, King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, so there's a 7. You're like, I'm wondering if I'm putting in too much effort. Am I enjoying what I'm doing? There's so many opportunities, and you have the ability and the gifts to make these things come through for you. You really do. You can literally sit and vibrate and feel and accomplish, manifestations in that way. It's been seen many, many times, but the King of Pentacles is definitely the mature. It's the masculine for sure. There's the king and the queen. There's masculine and feminine in all of us. There's a duality, as they say, modality. This is you feeling really good. You have mastered and you've reached a certain specific thing regarding your finances and your well-being, your health. I consider my health my wealth. I always have, certainly always will. I've not had it. I've had it. I think we all go through different times and cycles with that. You're powerful. You're creative. You are able to do and be things you haven't yet. And I think you're really focusing on that more than ever. And congratulations on that. What is the clarification for that? The Empress. Well, this is the second card. You're the Hangman and the Empress. This also represents Venus, so it could definitely be Libra and Taurus. As I mentioned, they are the ruling Venus is the ruling planet of both of those, which is now direct, which is amazing. And it's full on all the beauty, magical things that happen with Venus for every one of us. But you exalt in that. And actually, Venus went into Aries. So that was in your sign. It was amazing. It's still wonderful in Aries. Once again, second house, powerful influences, meeting people, all the beautiful things, magical things that come with that. Time out, time away, time vacations. And just the Empress is the creativity. That's you. That's you. And you can be so creative, and we all can learn so much from you about that. And just sitting and listening and allowing that. And when you're creative, you just become that much more of a manifester because you're in your zone. You're in the thing that makes you happy. So that's coming to the forefront as well. This is an amazing, amazing reading. It's none like I've had so far, which I love so much about readings, because it individually speaks for your energy and what your soul is here to understand to this point. And so I'm going to finish with, as I mentioned, the Wisdom of the Oracle deck messages. And this is by Call It Baron Reed. It's a great deck. And I know a lot of readers that use it. The word in itself, it just kind of says it all, but there's a beautiful illustration to go along with it. So I'll pull 3 for you. If you like what you've been seeing and you resonate at all, please do like and subscribe to my channel. I am on a mission to get my 500 subscribers by the end of May. And I think I'm about close to maybe 60 away. I'm right there, Pisces. And so, yes, it would be extremely helpful. You just have to push the subscribe button, push the like, leave a comment, of course, and continue to come and join me in this community and share with me and bring me your energy, because it's so wonderful and it lifts my spirits. It always does. And it's free. So it's just a great way to support me and show me love. Never ending story. This came up with Aquarius. So I feel like there's been a part of you that you recognize now, and there's a lot of transformation happening with you in the North Node. And I think that there's some things that you want to release because they're not fitting into your energy anymore. And they couldn't. They can't possibly. We are constantly changing and transforming, you know. And yes, people stay in jobs their whole life. That's an example, but that's lessening too. And I feel like you're ready for a change, and you're ready to change that story. And you can. And you can change everything in just doing that, in that feeling that'll happen through that. So never ending story. 37 becomes 10. That's a 1 and a 0. Take away the 0. It's 1. It's a new story. You write the story, okay? Make it whatever you want it to be, and do write it down, because the new moon intentions are so very powerful. And the next one will be, as I said, in Gemini. Buy the book. Wow, I shuffled this too. Well, in order to, I guess, be with the status quo and feel that you want things just so, then that would be by the book. Not necessarily your energy, but you may have many other placements. And right now, Saturn had been in your sign. It's leaving and going into Aries as well. So that's your second house. That's your value. That's all the things. And sometimes Saturn will make you do things by the book for the fact that it's just guiding you. It's more structure. You know, all of us need that sometimes. And I know that Piscean has that energy of just like, you know, just everything goes and there's no boundaries and all that. But we need those. And that's going to be shown to you. You've already, you know, you're finally having Saturn out of your sign. It's not overly fun, but it's also not, it's not that dramatic. It doesn't have to be that bad. It is always there it's our teacher, keeping us on track. There's nothing wrong with that, especially when you don't have parents anymore and all that type of thing. It's the parents of the spiritual world, if you will, right? The planets. I love it. So yes, doing that will, I think, really help you to establish boundaries, yes, but also kind of elevate in ways, this 6 of Wands, because it's just going to feel more structured, you know, and that's very essential. It's a time thing too. We want to utilize our time in all the appropriate ways. So you have time for rest and fun and all those things. We can do all of that. Your final card is a leg up. Yeah, you're getting a leg up. That's 7. 3 plus 4. That's 7. That's the 7th house. I mean, there's a lot of action going on there with Aries. There really is. And so, and Libra being in the 7th house is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. It's about relationships. It's about how we communicate. And relationships are everything. They mean a great deal to you. And so you're getting a leg up. And this is going to lead you in the direction you absolutely want. You've got the King of Pentacles here and the amazing Empress, which represents you, as I said, in your creativity, and you're working through things, and you're building and being seen. Congratulations. I hope it's an amazing, amazing May. I'm sure you're already feeling it is, and I'm grateful to know that. You're a loving, beautiful, heart-centered sign, and I appreciate you for that as well. Take care of yourself. I hope to see you in June. Bye for now.